Jim, you must be over the moon with what you saw out there today.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you know, to score 5 goals in any game is, you know, a great feeling for the group. It wasn't as easy as maybe as the scoreline would suggest. You know, the first half was very competitive. I thought we started the game really well. Once it settled down, I thought, you know, the opening 20 minutes, I thought we were on top and deservedly got our noses in front with a really well-worked corner. Could have possibly added to that. You know, we had a couple of really good balls right across the face. You know, maybe 1 or 2 need to gamble a bit more and anticipate that. Tony's hit the bar just toward the end of the second half. But I thought after we got the goal, we for some reason dropped a little bit deeper and stopped doing what, you know, had got us in front. We talked about that at half time, and we rectified that in the second half. And I thought, you know, second half, I think we blew them away, to be honest. You know, goals are massive in any game, but you know, I think the second goal really took the wind out of our sails, and some real good quality goals as well, it has to be said. You know, and that's the pleasing thing for me this season. You know, we don't rely on any one individual, you know, to get the goals. It's very much spread out among the group, and you know, when 1 or 2 individuals aren't in, you still fancy yourself, because of the quality that we've got within the squad, that we're going to go and score. And 5 goals pleases everybody. For me, the clean sheet probably pleases me more, because it's the first time we've had one for a period of time in the league. You know, we've found ourselves going a goal behind in a number of the recent fixtures, and you know, that was the message to the players today. Let's make sure we get our noses in front and see how the opposition handle it. And yeah, I think it's been a great day all round. Just, yeah, very, very pleased.
Both sets of fans came out and created a really good atmosphere, so how important was it to get that early goal, not only to get our noses in front, but to flatten them as well?
This has always, you know, been a difficult venue. You know, throughout my playing career, it was never an easy game here. You know, Partick have got some very good players in their team. You know, Brian Graham's had a great season, experienced striker, leads the line well, very aggressive, and you know, Declan Gallagher and Kevin Holt had to manage him. You know, they've got good quality in the wide areas. Obviously Fitzpatrick went off early on, but Lawless is a real threat. So, you know, we had to do those individual battles really well today. I thought Scott McMahon and Grimshaw were excellent in the full-back areas. Kevin Holt and Gallagher, outstanding again. You know, the best centre-half pairing in the league. And I thought Docherty and Sibbald, you know, won those battles in the middle of the park, denying, you know, Bannigan is a key player for Partick, and they tend to try and play a lot through him. And I thought Docherty and Sibbald, you know, denied him space. Anytime he did get the ball, they were right on top of him. You saw that in the early part of the game, where they, you know, tackling him and nicking the ball off him and then breaking. And you know, I could go through the whole team. You know, I thought Glenn Middleton and Kai in the wide areas were really positive in those 1v1s. You know, very aggressive in terms of running at the defenders and putting crosses in the box. And Louis and Tony complemented each other really well as well. So, yeah, a great all-round performance after the difficult week that we've had. You know, the East Coast obviously has been getting battered, and we've had to, you know, be moved from pillar to post this last couple of days, trying to find, you know, training facilities and what have you. It's been a real challenge for our kit man, Andy, but we all pulled together. You know, we didn't look for any excuses, and that's testament to the group for the strength of character that we've got within it.
Didn't necessarily come out of the traps flying straight after the break, but the way that we ran right was quite reminiscent of that Arbroath game at the very start of the season. Yeah,
I mean, we knew they'd come out of the blocks quite aggressive in the second half. You know, they had to. They're chasing the game. They're the home team. There's an expectancy there from their home support. So yeah, we had to weather a storm, and maybe I wouldn't even call it a storm, but we had to defend our box a little bit in the opening 5 minutes. But you know, once the game settled down again in the second half, I thought we had complete control. I thought we, you know, the areas that we highlighted during the week in the build-up to the game, I thought we exploited those areas really well. Found lots of space behind their back line, which is something that we talked about, and yeah, scored some real quality goals.
Not only a statement result today, but it's been a complete statement start to the league campaign, and you're now on the longest unbeaten run of your managerial career.
Yeah, I think that's 13 games now in all competitive competitions, which is brilliant. But you know, it's never about any one individual. It's always about the group and about the team and the staff. You know, it's a real collective effort. There's a hell of a lot of hard work went on behind the scenes to you know, to get us to where we are right now. But the message from me to the players and to everybody else, the supporters, is, you know, let's not get carried away. You know, we've all came together, which has really pleased me. There seems to be a real, you know, united group, if you like. Excuse the cliche, but you know, the fans, the board, the team. we're all in this together, and I think we all feel that. And the number to travel through again today, I know I sound like a broken record, and some people will feel like it's something that I should say and have to say, but for as bad as the conditions were in Dundee, the last few days, for 1,500 of our supporters to go to all the effort to, with the travel restrictions in place and everything else, to come through and support the team the way that they did, they made a huge difference. And I'm just delighted that we could reward their commitment with some good football and some really good goals.
I'm sure they'll turn out in the numbers next Friday. It promises to be quite an occasion, obviously, celebrating 100 years since the name change to Dundee United and welcoming Arbroath to Tannadice.
Yeah, I mean, that's the start of the second quarter for us now, and we've had a great return in terms of points return. We've had a great points return in the first quarter. It's exactly the kind of start that we had to have. We're sitting now top of the table, 4 points clear. After Wraith's game being postponed, it's exactly where we wanted to be. I still believe we're a couple of points short of where we actually should be, but that's the standard that the players have set now. We can't take our eye off the ball. We cannot expect an easy game next Friday against Arbroath. There's a lot riding on it, not just the result, but the fact of the occasion. We need to mark that memorably as a group of players and staff, and make sure that we go out and get the positive result that the fans deserve, that the club deserves, and that everybody connected to the club deserves.
It would be remiss not to give the final word to Kevin Holt taking home the match ball.
Yeah, I mean, look, I brought Holty in for his defensive qualities. For me, last season in the Championship, he was head and shoulders above anybody else in the league. I've not just brought Kevin to the club to play in this league, and if we get promoted, and that is obviously our main objective, Kevin Holt will comfortably make that step up into the Premier League. I think he's one of the most underrated players in the country, to be perfectly honest with you. Very humble guy, great character within the dressing room, so well liked and respected by his peers. And today the goals, he doesn't miss the penalties, we know that, but the quality of his strike from 30 yards was just out of this world, and we know he's got that quality. He's got a sweet left foot anyway. But defensively, I thought him and Gallagher again were brilliant. Jack Walton, very little to do, but his contribution, I think, for the fourth goal, where he drops that ball into Tony, and we go and hit them on the break again. A real team effort. As I said, I could go through the whole team and give them all 9 out of 10. But let's recognise why we are in this position. It's all down to hard work and effort on the training pitch that enables us to go and put on performances like that.